Hi, today we are going to solve IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 Extended 0580 Variant 21 May-June 2019. Let's start. Question number 1. Work out $1.20 as a percentage of $16. So 1.20 will be written in the numerator and 16 in the denominator times by 100. Whenever you want to find the percentage, you have to multiply by 100. And the answer is 7.5%. The next question, factorize. Factorize, so what is common here? Very easy question, this one. The y is common. So we will factorize the y out. And we are left with 5 minus 6p. So the answer is y bracket 5 minus 6p. Question number 3, calculate. And these numbers have been given to us. Carefully put it in the calculator and you will get 4.007 rounded to 4.01. Even if you leave it as 4.007, that will be fine. Question number 4. An equilateral triangle has sides of length 15 centimeter. Correct to the nearest centimeter. Calculate the upper bound of the perimeter of this triangle. So the upper bound of 15 will be 15.5. You have to add 0.5. And perimeter means what? You have 3 sides, so you add all the 3 sides and that will give you the perimeter. So 15.5 plus 15.5 plus 15.5 will give you 46.5 centimeter. You could also have done 3 times 15.5 because the number is same. Question number 5. The volume of a cuboid is 180 cubic centimeter. The base is a square of side length 6 centimeter. Calculate the height of this cuboid. So what do we have? We have got the length, which is 6. Because it is a square, your width is also going to be 6. And we have to find the height. The formula to find volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. And as you want to find the height, make height the subject. So volume is equal to length times width. Volume over length times width is equal to height. Now replace the values that have been given to you. Volume is 180, length is 6, and width is also 6. This will give us 5. Simplify. So these are indices questions. I hope you know the rules of indices. When there's a divide and the base is same, you subtract the powers. So it will be T21 minus 7, which will be T14. When you have in a bracket, you multiply the powers. So 5 times 5, 25. So U25 is the answer, U to the power of 25. Question number 7. We have been given a diagram. We can see that it is a right-angled triangle and we have to find the value of x. Whenever an angle and a side is given to you and you want to find the other side, you have to use trigonometry. In this case, we have the angle here and we have to find the opposite side. So write what you need to find. You need to find the opposite side. So you will have to write the opposite. And the side opposite the right angle is your hypotenuse. If you have the opposite and the hypotenuse, it means you're going to use sine. So sine 35 is equal to opposite, which is x, and hypotenuse, which is 12. 12 is in the denominator, bring it to the other side. It will go up in the numerator, and we will times it by sine 35. You will get 6.4x. Round it to 6.88 or 6.9, both are fine. 2 decimal place or 1 decimal place. Centimeter. Question number 8 has a circle, so it's related to circle theorem. And A, B, and C are points on the circle center O. Find the obtuse angle AOC. This is your obtuse angle we have to find. To do so, we will need to use the circle theorem that tells us that angle at the circumference is half of the angle at the center. So if this angle is x, this will be 2x. So we have here 130. It means the angle at the center is going to be 2 times 130, which is 260. Also, angle at a point equals 360. So to find this angle, we have to do 360 minus 260, and that will give you 100. Therefore, angle AOC is equal to 100 degrees. Question number 9. While the recurring decimal is 0.47 as a fraction, show all your working. For a question like this, first write let x equal to 0.47. Multiply by 10. You have 10x is equal to 4.7. The dot on the 7 means that it is recurring. It keeps going on. You should have the same number after decimal. Here you have 4 and here you have 7. They are not the same. So now multiply by 100. X multiplied by 100 will give you 100x. And you will have 47.7. We can see that the number after the decimal is same. Then we subtract them. So 100x is equal to 47.7 minus 10x. 100 minus 10, 90. 47 minus 4, 43. This will get cancelled. X is equal to 43 over 90. Question number 10. F of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Find f of 1 minus x in its simplest form. Whenever you are doing function and if they give you f of something, you have to replace it in place of x in the equation. So it will be, the question is f of x is 2x plus 3. So basically we remove this x and we substitute 1 minus x in its place. That will give us 2 minus 2x plus 3. Therefore 5 minus 2x is your answer. In 11 we have been given 5 cards and the diagram shows 5 cards. 2 of the cards are taken at random without replacement. Find the probability that both cards show an even number. Without replacement means you take one and you don't put it back. So your total will change. Now you have the diagram shows 5 cards, 2 of the cards are taken, both are even number. How many even numbers we have? 2. So the first probability is 2 over 5. Then we keep it back, we don't replace it. So one of the card is less, correct? So if you had 5 cards, now you are going to have 4 cards. We don't know which one. And the second is an even. So it will be 1 over 4. 2 over 20 is your answer. When you simplify, 1 over 10. We have been given a list of numbers and we have to find a multiple of 7. Multiple means it is in the times table of that number. So multiple of 7. 28 is a multiple of 7 as 7 times 4 is 28. A cube number. You can check by multiplying. You will see that 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. A prime number is a number that is not there in any other times table except 1 and itself. Please go through the different types of numbers video which I have. That will help you to understand the numbers very well. You could have written 29 also. Question number 14. Without calculator, work out this fraction. And your answer must be given as a mixed number in the simplest form. The method I'm showing now is for students who are weak, so they can understand. It's a 3 mark. So do 5 over 6 plus 2 over 3. You have 6 here and 3 in the denominator. Multiply by 3 in the numerator and the denominator, and multiply by 6 in the numerator and the denominator. So you will get 15 plus 12. 6 times 3, 18. 15 plus 12, 27 over 18. You can put this in the calculator. You will get 3 over 2. And there is one button which is there in the calculator. You do Shift SD and you will get it in the fraction form. So you have to press Shift SD and you will get it in this form. Question number 15, expand and simplify. So we have to multiply x with x, then x with 2, then 1 with x and 1 with 2. So x times x will be x square, x multiplied by 2, 2x, 1 multiplied by x, x, and 1 multiplied by 2, 2. Then we have to multiply this. When you multiply the variables, you add the powers. So 2x multiplied by x will give you 2x square, and 2x multiplied by negative 3, negative 6x. Add the like terms together, 3x square, and the x's together. We have 3x minus 6x. It will give us negative 3x plus 2. So that's our final answer. Question number 16. Y is inversely proportional to the square root of x plus 1. When x is 8, y is 2. Find y when x is 99. So it's inversely proportional, therefore we will write it. Y is inversely proportional to x over square root of x plus 1. Then whenever they say inversely proportional or directly proportional, you have to find k first. So when y is 2, x is 8. So 8 plus 9 and square root it, you will get 3. Multiply the 3 by 2. 6 is equal to k. Therefore, you have y is equal to 6 over square root x plus 1. And in the question they are asking us, find y when x is 99. So replace x with 99. You will get 6 over 10, which is equal to 3 over 5 or 0.6. If they say directly proportional, you have to write y is equal to kx. In this question, we have to factorize p square minus q square. This is the difference of squares rule. You should be very well aware of that if you have a square minus b square, it is equal to a minus b and a plus b. So we have p square minus q square, it will equal to p minus q and p plus q. In part B, we have been given that p square minus q square is equal to 7 and p minus q is equal to 2. Find the value of p plus q. A very easy question. We know that p square minus q square is equal to p minus q and p plus q. Replace the values that have been given to you. This here is a multiply, so when I bring here, it will become a divide. So p plus q is equal to 7 over 2, or you can write it as 3.5. 18a, simplify. So we have been given indice here, and you need to know all your indices rule. Whatever power you have here is outside the bracket is for each term inside the bracket. So you have 81 to the power of 3 over 4 and y to the power of 16, bracket close, 3 over 4. This will give you 27, and when you are multiplying, if you have like this, it means we times the powers. So 16 times 3 over 4 will give you 12. So your answer is 27 y to the power of 12. Moving on to B, find the value of P. You have been given 2 to the power of 3 and you have 4 here. In questions like this, you need to have the same base. So if you have a 2 here, you have to make this to the power of 2. You know that 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So I wrote 2 to the power of 2 and there's already a P there. If the base is same, it gets cancelled. So we are left with 3 is equal to 2p. This is a multiply. When I bring to the other side, it will become divide. So 3 over 2 is equal to p. Or you can write it as 1.5. Okay, so in 19, a model of a car has a scale 1:20. The volume of the actual car is 12 cubic meter. Find the volume of the model and give your answers in cubic centimeters. So let's start here, and the first thing you do is write the model and the actual. So when the model is 1, the actual is 20. Then that's the scale. If the volume of the actual car is 12 cubic centimeter, what is the volume of the model car? We cross multiply and we will write 12 times 1 is equal to 20 times x. But after that, remember that it is a volume and this scale is for length. So you are going to cube the scale. If it was area, you will square it. So it will be 12 divided by 20 cube, and you will get 0.0015. That is the answer in cubic meters. To convert to cubic centimeters, you have to multiply it by 100 times 100 times 100. The reason we multiply it by 100 is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. But because it is cubic, So we have to multiply it 3 times. If it was a square, we'll multiply it 2 times. So the answer is 1500 cubic centimeter. Question number 20. We have been given an algebraic fraction and we write it as a single fraction. So the first thing is that you need to have a common denominator. So we will write 1 over x plus 2 minus 2 over 3x minus 1. Multiply this by 3x minus 1. You have to multiply the denominator and the numerator. And here, multiply by x plus 2. We will get 3x minus 1 minus 2x plus 2 over x plus 2 and 3x minus 1. The reason I put a bracket here is because there's a negative out. So be careful when you're multiplying. So you have 3x minus 1, negative 2 multiplied by x, negative 2x, negative 2 multiplied by plus 2, negative 4 over x plus 2 and 3x minus 1. Join the like terms together, so 3x minus 2x will give you x, and negative 1, negative 4 will give you negative 5 over x plus 2 and 3x minus 1. So that is your answer. In question 21, we have been given a pyramid with a square base ABCD of side length 8 centimeter. The diagonals of the square AC and BD intersect at M. It means that M is the midpoint of BD and of AC. V is vertically above M and is 10 centimeter. Calculate the angle between VA and the base. So we need to calculate this angle here. Because it is a square, even this is going to be 8 centimeter. The first thing you need to do for these type of questions, and they are really mostly repetitive questions, find AC. Even though it doesn't look like it, this is a 90 degrees. It's a square, so the side angle is going to be 90 degrees. We'll use, let's see here, you've got B, which is A and C. This is 8 and this is 8. To find AC, you are going to use Pythagoras theorem. A square plus B square is equal to C square. Therefore, 8 square plus 8 square is equal to AC square. So 8 square plus 8 square is equal to AC. 11.31 is AC. We are interested in AM. AM is equal to half AC. So half times 11.31. And that will be 5.656. Take 2-3 numbers after decimal. Don't round it to one decimal till your final answer. So this is 5.656. And this here is 10 centimeter. This is going to be 90 degrees. So you have another triangle here. This is AMV. This is 90 degrees. AM we found is 5.656 and VM is 10. You have to find the angle between VA and the base. So we need this angle. When two sides are given and you want to find the angle, you will use trigonometry. We want to find this angle. What is the angle opposite? What is the side opposite it? VM. And then we have got the adjacent. So we have got the opposite and the adjacent. It means we will be using the tan rule. Tan A is equal to opposite, which is tan, and adjacent, which is 5.656. To find the angle, you have to do tan inverse 10 over 5.656, and you will get A is equal to 60.49. We can round it to 60.5. So this angle here is 60.5 degrees. Question number 22. There are 4 terms of the sequence. Write down the next term. We can see that 5 plus 3 will give you 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 3, 14. So the next term is going to be 14 plus 3, 17. In part 2, we have to find the expression in terms of n. We can see this is an arithmetic sequence. So the rule to find it is a plus n minus 1d. A is your first term. D is your difference between the two terms. In this question, what is our A? 5. And our difference we can see is 3. 3 times n, 3n, negative 1 multiplied by 3, negative 3. So 3n, 5 minus 3 plus 2. There's a shorter way to do this question. When you see that the difference is a constant, it's 3, 3, and 3. So write it as 3n, okay? And from the first term, we have the first term 5. You minus your difference. So 5 minus 3 plus 2. And we have another sequence here. We have to find the next term. In the denominator, we can see there are even numbers and you just keep adding 2. So that was an easy one. That's going to be 12. For the numerator, let's see, we are adding 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 6. So every time we are adding 2 more. 13 plus 8, 21. So the next numerator will be 21 plus 10, 31. So that's our answer. Question number 23. This is a matrix question. Find p square. It means p times p. So 3, 2, 1, 4. First we do this line, multiply by this line. So 3 times 3 plus 1 times 2. Then we will do the numerator, from the first row with the column here. So it will be 3 times 1 plus 1 times 4. We move to the down row and the first column here. 2 times 3 plus 4 times 2, and then we use this column 2 times 1 plus 4 times 4. This will give us 9 plus 2, 11, and 3 plus 1, 7, 14, and 18. In part B, we have to find the inverse. To find the inverse of a matrix, this is the rule that we use. If A is equal to A, B, C, D, the A and the D interchange places, and the signs of B and C will change. And we need to find determinant by using this rule. So let's first find the determinant. You will have 3 times 4. The determinant is going to be 3 times 4 minus 2 times 1. 10. Now that we got our determinant, so P inverse is going to be 1 over 10. We interchange places, so it will be 4 and 3, and we change the signs of negative to negative 1. That's our answer. Question number 24 is a speed time distance graph, and we have to find the deceleration of the car between 60 and 70. So to find the deceleration, you will do the final velocity minus the initial velocity. So 20 minus 0 over the time taken. Between 60 and 70, how many seconds are there? 10. So divide by 10 and the answer is 2 meter per second square. In B, we have to find the distance traveled by the car during the 70 seconds. So distance is equal to area under the curve. We can use the trapezium rule to get the answer. The formula for trapezium rule is half A plus B H. A and B are your parallel sides. So either this is your A or this is your A. It doesn't make a difference. And H is your height. So let's substitute what we have. This is 60 and the down is 70. So 60 plus 70 times 20. That is our height. And we will get 1300 meters. Question number 25 is a vector question, and we have been told that CK is equal to 2kp. So this is 2 times kp, and M is the midpoint of KL, OA is P, and OC is Q. And also AL is equal to LB. Let's write down the information that we got. AL is equal to LB. We know that if two lines are parallel, their value will be the same. So if this is Q, this line AB is also going to be Q. So AL is going to be half Q and BL is going to be half Q. Then CB is P. So CK is 2/3 of P and KB is 1/3 of P. Here they have told us CK is twice KB. Find in terms of P and Q, giving your answer in its simplest form, KL. KL is equal to KB plus BL. Always write it in this form, you will make fewer mistakes. 1/3 P minus, because it's going the other way, the sign will be negative. So that is your KL. Moving forward to the next question, we are asked to find the position vector of M. Position vector means that from O you have to reach M. So we can use this path here, as we already have KL also. We can write OM is equal to OC plus CK plus KM. OC is Q, CK is 2/3 P, and Km is the half of KL, as they told us that M is the midpoint. So half times KL, which is 1/3 P minus half Q. Q plus 2/3 P plus 1 over 6P minus 1 over 4Q. Add the like terms together, P with P and Q with Q. You will get 5 over 6P plus 3 over 4q. Question 26. Line L passes through the points 0, -3 and 6, 9. Find the equation of line L. To find the equation of line L, you will need the gradient. And to find the gradient, we'll do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You can make this x1 or this x1. It doesn't make a difference. But if I make this x1, this has to be y1. I cannot use 9. So let's start 9 minus 3 over 6 minus 0. Your gradient is 2. Y is equal to mx plus c. We will replace the m that we got and the y and the x. You can choose whichever xy from here. Try to use the number, the coordinate which has a 0. It's easier to solve. So y is equal to -3, m is equal to 2, and x is 0. -3 is equal to c. Therefore, the equation of the line is y is equal to, replace the gradient that you found, 2x minus 3. In question number B, find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to line L and passes through the point 0, 2. Perpendicular means that whatever gradient we have to change it. The rule is -1 over m. This is your perpendicular gradient. So we will have -1 over 2. And we are going to substitute it in the equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is 2. Gradient is -1 over 2. X is 0. 2 is equal to c. Therefore, your equation of the perpendicular line is y is equal to -12 x plus 2. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.